Greetings, everyone. I'm back. This is me, Zahra Sajwani. Uh, come to help the Muslims leave Islam for themselves if they can. Why cannot they see for themselves what mess this Quran is in? And we didn't see it as Shias. Now that I'm closely examining the Quran, as I have been, I have seen it. I hope you do too. And please be honest with yourselves. So if you can see this and I don't know. If you can't, I'm really sorry for you that you can't see the mess, the contradictions, the problems in Quran. So blaming crusaders now and all this. I mean, you could be so low. Really, it. So, anyways, however you may come this time, I get you. I've got you. And no matter how intelligent you may be using spirituality, excuse me, my eyeglasses are, or how intelligent you may be using ex-Shia, ex-Muslim, Reform Manifesto Breakdown, beautiful, I mean, oh, sorry, very, very intelligent, or using spirituality versus atheism versus religion, like Yunus the Ghayani. I've, this time, God, whether you are true or not, it's up to you, it's on you. I don't know your intentions, but whichever way you may come, um, if you are fake ex-Muslim, I've still got you. So I made a mistake here. Okay, so here it is. I'll show you. Allah and the messengers, not prophets on the same level. So Surah 4 Ayat 150 says, indeed, those who disbelieve in Allah and His messengers and wish to discriminate between Allah and His messengers and say we believe in some and disbelieve in others and wish to adopt a way in between. Now saying and say we believe in some and disbelieve in others is no way discriminating between Allah and His messengers. So this part of the ayat is also, it doesn't go with this part of the ayat which says, wish to discriminate between Allah and His messengers and say we believe in some and disbelieve in others. But what this means actually is that not discriminating between Allah and His messengers, not Allah's message and His messengers. Allah's message in the Torah, in the Gospel, not like that. So Allah is able to do all things. The Quran ayat, then He should be able to write this ayat properly and convey it properly to you, so there should be no doubt about it. It should be crystal clear to you. Another part in this ayat is that, and say we believe in some and disbelieve in others, no way discriminates between Allah and His messengers if you do that. So, in saying they wish to discriminate between Allah and His messenger, meaning that they say we believe in some and disbelieve in others, is nowhere a correct way to put this ayat. Get it? So Surah 4 ayat 150, we believe, if it continues, like if you say the meaning of this is in this ayat, they discriminate between the message, they say we believe in some and disbelieve in others. Allah should not have put it this way. This is the wrong way to put it, to explain this, discriminate between Allah and His messengers. Since we have something in the Quran, and so I'll show you. Another thing is, I'll show you later, and it's in my notes here. Allah is the supreme or sole creator, Quran ayats. None is like Him, Quran ayats. He doesn't even have or make partners with Him. Without authority at times, it's put in the ayat, right? Like make partners with Allah. No, there's no partner with Allah without authority. So why this at times? He's put this Quran ayats. And then Muslims will tell me, read these ayats and interpreting the meaning of the part of that ayat, Surah 4 ayat 150, of that ayat so that you can understand the ayat correctly. So I haven't understood the ayat correctly. And so we may have very intelligent Arab Muslims or even now acting as or Irani ex-Muslims making me feel like, or like Adam Seeker. He's got great memory, this and that. Or you can bring Nuria Khan in or anyone in here. Oh God, I sound like so very humbly, but I'm sorry. My tone could sound very strict and proud. Um, does it matter? Just look at this. Muslims will tell me, okay? So I made a mistake recently by searching for the above ayah, putting it like, make no distinction between Allah and the prophets. That, realizing that Allah actually is saying, make no distinction between Allah and the messengers, not prophets. So who is the messenger? And this the word of the messenger? Surah Takwir ayat 19, Rasul Kareem. What does this mean or Allah mean? One ayah will explain another ayah. Allama Tabatabai method of understanding Quran ayats. If there is another ayat, and Allama Tabatabai does say that the method of understanding one Quran ayat is you will find another Quran ayat which explains it or is an extension of it or things like that. So so it's not, but there is a message. It's not the prophets being, they make no distinction between prophets and Allah and the prophets. This ayat, right? Surah 4, ayat 150. You may be very well versed in Arabic also. There are religious scholars, high, since ages, classic Arab religious scholars, Sunni, Al-Sunnah from Al-Sunnah, Salafi, all that. You could have made a mistake. All these years, even Shia, peak of eloquence, Imam Ali. So after Imam Ali and the Imams and the religious scholars, you've made a mistake because you didn't see this, right? So messenger wish to those who disbelieve in Allah and His messengers and wish to discriminate between Allah and His messengers. Now look at this, okay? Whatever you may debate later about my whatever, and oh no, not debate later, but later on bring ayats on, bring certain people on YouTube that I waste my time on listening to, ex-Shias and ex-Muslims and all that. We're very intelligent people, very eloquent, very articulate, extremely articulate. In fact, more articulate than His Highness Aga Khan in some cases. Being a Britisher, he didn't have the British, how to now, what Yunus Sadiq Riani has proposed here for the British Reform Manifesto breakdown. So, look at this. So, could it be that here, like in other many ayahs, you've made mistakes and your translators have made mistakes? Here also you've made the mistake of missing and misinterpreting and telling me I'm misinterpreting the ayat. This ayat could mean, and there could be an addition to this because, Prophet Muhammad, I could not trust anymore. Wish to discriminate between Allah and His messengers. Of course, the previous messengers too, you would say. But what makes more sense here is when you combine when you try to understand this part of the ayat through Surah Takwir, first of all, there is someone who is not a creator, and this verily this is the word of a most honorable messenger. Your translators put this is the conveyed word, the conveyed, and they try to make it like that, but it, the Quran is not the word of Allah, but it is also the word of a most honorable messenger. If you take it verbatim, Quran Arabic in English translation, it doesn't say this is the word conveyed by the most honorable messenger. It says, verily this is the word of a most honorable messenger, Rasul Kareem, or the honorable messenger, verbatim. And your translators have put it in different translations, trying to say to you that this ayat means this is a word conveyed by the honorable messenger, Rasul Kareem. Firstly, so some of your translators have made this mistake, trying to put it that way, when the ayat is not that way put. It's this way. And maybe not even most, but just Rasul Kareem, which is the honorable messenger. Whatever Kareem means, right? Then 20th of Surah Takwir, as 20th ayat says, possessor of power, endowed with power, with rank before the Lord of the throne. Okay? This is Yusuf Ali's translation, but verbatim, Quran ayat says, Dhu or the Quwwateen, with the Lord of the throne secure. You see, he hasn't even put secure here. Maqeen or Maqeen, Yusuf Ali. He's just probably put it here somewhere. So in English translation, you would say it. The last word of the Arabic comes here somewhere, with rank before the Lord of the throne. But the actual meaning, I can show you in the actual import of this ayat. Right, I can show you in Quran.com. English translation, verbatim, of this ayat, 20. Then 21 says, with authority there, like he's obeyed there. There also in the heavens, with authority there, and faithful to his trust, okay? But it means, 21 means he's got authority there and he's obeyed there. So quickly I put these three ayats together with Yusuf Ali's translation, and then I can show you in Quran.com. A messenger on the same level. What does this mean? What does this mean? These Surah Takwir ayats 19, 20, and 21. It means there's a messenger on the same level as Allah in this respect. Furthermore, meaning that if you give me these other ayats, there are contradictions. Okay, Allah is the creator, sole creator. No one is like him. None is like him. He is the only creator, supreme creator. He doesn't even have or make partners with him. Although at times, without authority, you can take Surah Araf ayat 33 or 31. So don't take partners with him if authority has not been sent down. And then Surah Nisa says, no partners with him. It's unforgivable shirk, sin. This shirk is unforgivable. Making partners with Allah or like that. But if Allah chooses to make partners with him, like he has implied in Surah Ma'idah 55, and here also in Surah Takwir ayats, there's a messenger and this word of the most, a messenger on the same level as Allah in this respect, but you keep saying he's a supreme creator. If you keep saying he's a supreme creator, there can be no messenger with him. at any level, you're wrong in saying that. Or that there can be no messenger with him on the same level in any respect. Contradictions and problems with Quran ayats you have. Because these ayats, I'll show you now in Quran.com. I took it from here. Was it Surah Takwir ayats, right? Verbatim, I've done this before, but for this also, I'll be doing it. No problem. Now, first of all, your translations. And first of all, the original Arabic in Arabic. Indeed, it surely, la qawla, is a word of a messenger, noble. This is what? This Quran, right? Which is now in a Quran. Is, now look at the brackets here. Look at the brackets. That, i.e. the Quran, okay, is a word conveyed by. That's what your translators have thought. But God doesn't put it this way. If this is God's. Verily, this is a word of a noble message bearer. Right? Maududi. Okay. It doesn't say convey. Maududi says it. Verily, this is the word of a noble message bearer, meaning the messenger. Noble. Kareem. Yusuf Ali says, verily, this is the word of a most honorable messenger. Most. Maybe it's added where it says just noble messenger. This is the word of a noble messenger. Is it the word of Allah or is it the word of the noble messenger? That's why Sahih International and some of your translators, like Sahih International, put this in bracket. Meaning this is not the word of a noble messenger, but this is a word conveyed by a noble messenger, makes a world of a difference. If you read Sahih International and its type of translations on Surah Takwir ayat 19, then what do we have more? What we have is 20th ayat, which says, and surprisingly, this ayat is missing in the Ismaili Quran. It's not in the Ismaili Quran. So it says, the possessor of power, quwwatin. Now, quwwatin. Quwwatin. So what's the Allah's attribute, right? This is Allah's attribute I showed you in Surah Zariyat. And what do the Shias also say? That no one should have Allah's attributes, right? Surah Ikhlas, I showed you in multilingual Quran. None is like him. So, okay, he's the sole creator, but at this level, Allah being the sole supreme creator, the only creator, but at this level, this Rasul Kareem has the attribute of Allah, is with the owner of the throne. Who is the owner of the throne? Allah is the owner of the throne. Secure. Makin. Secure, right? Who is the, but this is not important. He's also secure. Remember I did this about the gods and all. If there were many gods, they would try to get to the owner of the throne. Now this, but that's another point. Here, concentrating on this topic, I just need to show you that at this level, possessor of power, also with the owner of the throne, not like someone has put it here, oh, one mighty and held in honor with the throne of, with the Lord of throne, endowed with power, with rank, before the Lord of the throne, with rank. With rank what? In the rank of the Lord of the throne, Yusuf Ali. Then 21 says, obeyed there and trustworthy. One to be obeyed, it says here. Look at your translators making, there he is obeyed. There. No, no. Where is he obeyed? One to be obeyed everywhere or there in the heavens? Now that different, see, in the heavens, again, obeyed there, one to be obeyed. Here it says one to be obeyed. I don't know this, I don't know. If it's obeyed there or one to be obeyed, Quran.com has given it properly, word by word, in English translation of this Arabic word of the Quran ayat. And trustworthy, okay, but obeyed. Your own translators here put in brackets saying there, heavens. Okay, you're saying soul creator, Allah, Allah, Allah. Or even if you don't say he's the sole creator, Allah, but there is a creator, like I think when Yunus, ex-Shia, ex-Muslim, was saying on this point. So no matter how articulate they may be, they could be taking you to a spirituality, right? And then also showing their articulation, their knowledge, studied in LSC, eloquence, and now guiding the Britishers on how to, what to do and what not to do to help them. So you could be impressed. So no matter whichever way they come, I get you. I will get you. And this is the true now, right? Who is no, who is not possessed, but no, who is possessor of power with the owner of the throne secure, isn't it? The kuwatin, and with the owner of the throne secure. God has a partner with them, right? And with the same attribute. So this is also this is a messenger. Maybe you should make distinctions between messenger and Allah, because maybe, like, there are some prophets who are not messengers, and there are some messengers who are not prophets, and there are angels like Gabriel. So could it be make no distinction between those messengers and Allah in this respect? Surah Takwir ayat. Now, please, there are some people who can really brain up, make you feel that Allah the creator, Allah the only creator, Allah is the creator. And then what the Muslims can get, and they are very articulate, very intelligent, like I've seen Yunus, ex-Muslim, but you might get very impressed by them, and they may be sincere, but what if they don't turn out to be sincere later on, and they go back to their Shia Islam or their Sunni Islam, right? So don't get very impressed by them right now. See, so coming back to this ayat again, Surah 4, ayat 150, because in articulation, I'm not that good. Indeed, those who disbelieve, and I'm trying to explain it in other words and show you. Indeed, those who disbelieve in Allah and His messengers and wish to discriminate between Allah and His messengers. And then it says, and say, we believe in some and disbelieve in others. But there's only one Allah, right? would mean that you believe in some messengers and disbelieve in others, other messengers. Here, there's nothing to do with Allah, also this, right? One God, same God. Christians will tell you, my friends have told me, at least we believe in one same God, right? I said yes, yes. Like they asked me like that, a Christian family friend. But so this part doesn't make sense. Come this way, come the way I explained to you before this, in the beginning of this live stream, uh, and say these disbelievers. They say we believe in some and disbelieve in others. Believe in some, believe in some messengers, and disbelieve in other messengers, or also the message of Allah. But Allah doesn't put it this way. So even if the Muslims come to you in this way saying that you're wrong, no, no, here she's wrong, his messengers, Allah has always put it like, what? No, no. Allah has not always put it like this. There's an ayat which says, who don't discriminate or distinction, make difference between messengers. That's the way to put it, not Allah and his messengers. There's another ayat, remember I showed you. That's the proper way to put it. And then there would be like just making no distinction between his messengers and his messages, Allah's messages even. Allah could have put it that way. But he doesn't. He says, wish to discriminate between Allah, not Allah's messages or ayat, signs, and his messengers. So you see, someone has tempered with this. Quran doesn't seem to be coming from Prophet Muhammad. Someone has stolen this Quran, tempered with it, even from the Shia sense. Like if the Shia Imams say that the Quran, I saw the Ismaili Quran too, it had contradictions. I saw the alims of contradicting themselves and not explaining properly the ayats that I wanted to, like logically even failing, and there were contradictions in Aka Medipuya, Ali commentary, Shia commentaries, tafsirs. So I had to correct, and unfortunately, wish to discriminate between Allah and His messengers. See, and say we believe in some and disbelieve in others. There is only one Allah. Even Judaism, even Christians believe there's only one Allah. Wish to discriminate between Allah and not what His ayats or messages, but Allah and His messengers. Think about it, give it a thought. Maybe. Or, like, and you would say that Allah meaning you put in brackets, maybe you want to put this ayat in bracket, discriminate between Allah, or you want to explain it further. Like I'm also explaining to you, but taking this part of the ayat and taking Surah Takwir, Allah, in like, okay, you would say Allah is the creator. But yeah, so how would they discriminate between Allah and His messengers? And you're still missing out on this because the messengers are not creators. So you haven't got this verse properly, and she's distorting and lying to you, or maybe she hasn't got it properly and she thinks she's got it properly. What do you say? If I could find an honest, have you ever really looked at it from all sides, your Shia side, your Sunni side, your religious scholar side, and then come to that maybe what I as an ex-Muslim have found and pointing out is true. That yes, Allah could be the soul, but wish to discriminate between Allah and His messengers. Now, Judaism, Christianity, they all believe that there is one God, but that Jesus is the Son of God. And in the Quran ayat, it says, let's take the Quran ayat, even if it's not true. Azra is the Son of God, the Jews say. So that's like having partners with Allah. Wish to discriminate between Allah and His messengers. And then we look at this part and say we believe in some and disbelieve in others, and wish to adopt a way in between. What is this in between? Moderation? Now, there's a recent ayat, which one was it that I found? Following the messenger. Like, I don't know if. So, what is this? Wish to adopt a way in between. This I don't understand really. But wish to discriminate between Allah and His messengers? Okay, and say we believe in some and disbelieve in others? Indeed, those who disbelieve in Allah, they disbelieve in Allah and His messengers and wish to discriminate. This ayat doesn't make sense, actually, when you really now intelligent people. Oh, I'm becoming intelligent now. I'm really dumb. Do you see this? It starts with, indeed, those who disbelieve in Allah and His messengers and wish to discriminate. Hmm? So that means they believe in some and disbelieve in others. Here it says disbelieve. This is the most illogical ayat I've ever come across. But you see, you've been fed with fear, with lies since childhood, and this is in your blood, maybe in my blood too, it has been. That you say everyone else is wrong, our Allah is true. Get lost. She's a liar. This is our Allah's way, and this is the best way. Is this the best way? Allah knows best how to write, how to convey. He doesn't even write, right? So how He's put it, how He's brought it down, His word. Sorry if I make mistakes like this in conveying or in English explaining. There are people who are precise, on the point, dot, succinctly will explain to you. But you ever wondered that they could be wrong? Have they ever wondered? And you know, it makes me shake, tremble. Are they perfect? Take the most intelligent Irani in the world, scientist, or someone, Iranian scientist. So we make mistakes, but in order to protect this Quran from and the believers from making mistakes and misunderstanding the Quran ayats, Allah should have been very clear about how He sends down His ayats, right, and conveys His ayats to us. So we don't misunderstand it, at least. Okay, we doubt it, but at least we don't misunderstand the ayats. So this perfect, this is the most supreme, perfect Allah, the knower, all-knowing. Visions cannot see Him, but He perceives all visions. brilliantly said. Like you can take pure awareness and then show it, witness. You can take from Bert Harding. Bert Harding? Yeah. Or you can take from Muji Baba and explain that ayat perfectly and now have evidence for it. That the Hindus also say, right? Take Shiva as consciousness, pure consciousness. Visions perceive him not, but he perceives all visions. How perfectly put, but evidence not given to you at that time. What is this? Unless we go to Shiva consciousness, or now go to Bert Harding, or go to Muji Baba. So you do claim that he's perfect, right? In conveying his ayats, he has to be perfect. Now look, indeed those who disbelieve in Allah and his messengers, and moreover wish to discriminate between Allah. Now they first of all don't even believe in Allah and his messengers. Why in the world will they want to discriminate between Allah and his messengers? Like some of them they believe, and then it says we believe, and then they are saying we believe in some and disbelieve in others. Are they lying to you? So the ayat may be conveying that they are lying to you, saying, are they hypocrites? Let's see. Oh yes, this I have to furthermore do research on and contemplate on. Surah Nisa, ayat 150. Are they hypocrites? Are they lying to you? Let's see the previous ayats maybe go. Sometimes Allah, it's like I have to go above many ayats, and then He completes the ayat here. Whether you publish a good deed or conceal it, cover evil, pardon. Verily Allah doth blot out sins, hath power. What's this? So many. If you disclose a good, or okay, Allah, or conceal it, or pardon of an evil, then indeed Allah is of pardoning. Allah loveth not that evil should be noised abroad in public speech, except where injustice hath been done, for Allah is He who heareth and knoweth all things. Thank God this goes to for me that I am publishing some of Allah loveth not that evil should be noised abroad in public. Okay. Is it what can Allah gain by your punishment if you are grateful and you believe? Nay, it is Allah that recognizeth all, knoweth all. So this is quite an okay, let's read the 151. Those are the disbelievers truly. And we have prepared for the disbelievers a humiliating punishment. But they who believe in Allah and His messengers and do not discriminate between any of them, to those He is going to give their rewards. So, the people of the scripture ask you to bring down to them a book from the heaven. Why would they ask you to do that? No book has come down from heaven. Even this book hasn't come down from heaven. But how has it come down? As ayats revealed. But they had asked of Moses greater than that and said, show us Allah outright. So, no, these are, Allah has declared them to be disbelievers, although they believe in some and disbelieve in others. Okay, let's put it this way. You will say, Muslims will say, ah, indeed those who disbelieve in Allah and His messengers, yet they discriminate between Allah and His messengers, saying that we believe in some. That's how it should be put actually. Yet these disbelievers, even as they Those who discriminate, I think it should be started like this. Those who discriminate between Allah and His messengers and say we believe in some and disbelieve in others and wish to adopt a way in between, indeed these are disbelievers in Allah and His messengers. Something like this, right? So they are disbelievers. Okay, but maybe the Arabic, it started like this. You would say, okay, indeed, those who disbelieve in Allah and His messengers and wish to discriminate between Allah and His messengers and say, we believe in some and disbelieve in others, are truly disbelievers and wish to adopt a way in between are truly disbelievers. So, indeed, those who disbelieve in Allah and His messengers, maybe I'm contradicting myself. Let me see. They disbelieve in Allah, but they believe in some and disbelieve in others and wish to adopt a way in between. They disbelieve in Allah, but then they discriminate, they wish to discriminate. They wish to discriminate between Allah and His messengers and say, meaning they say that believe in some and disbelieve in others. Believe in some messengers and disbelieve in others. And you would even put here maybe the Muslims. So how intelligent are you? Please come here. How articulate are you? Help me. Honestly. Humbly asking. Please. Disbelieve in some messages of Allah, ayats of Allah, and believe in some ayats and messages of Allah. Are truly disbelievers. Okay, this makes sense to me. It kind of disbelieve in Allah and His messengers and wish to discriminate between Allah and His messengers and say we believe in some and disbelieve in others. Okay, now I'm getting quite it's confusing. To discriminate between Allah and His messengers. And then Allah says, those are the disbelievers truly, right? This better, putting it this way, okay, we've prepared for the disbelievers a humiliating punishment. Now fear has been cast in you too. But they who believe in Allah and His messengers and do not discriminate between any of them, meaning Allah and the messengers, and that means then taking Surah 4 ayat 150. To those He is going to give their rewards, and ever is Allah forgiving and merciful. Now, discriminate between Allah and His messengers. And Allah, oh, so you're saying, you know what Allah means by this? That they don't discriminate between. He always uses Allah and His messenger, Allah with His messenger. Obey Allah and the messenger. Equivalent. So, like for example, I understand that, you would say that. Right? We look at it even further. Let's, if I can, Surah 4 ayat 80. Like, obeying the messenger also is equivalent. This is a direct verse. So I wish I could succinctly put it to you and explain it to you. That please, this Supreme Allah, you've taken it like this is the best way to put it for Allah, and you don't know Zahra. But if you compare Surah 4 ayat 150 to Surah Takwir ayats, then you kind of, don't you come in doubt that I could be right about this part of the ayat, Surah 4 ayat 50 part, that they wish to discriminate between Allah and the messengers. when there should be no discrimination between Allah and the messengers, or what? Oh, because he says they say we believe in some and disbelieve in others. Like if you believe in some messengers and disbelieve in other messengers, you're discriminating between Allah and the messenger. Your Allah has chose to put it this way, that you're discriminating between Allah and the messenger. And yet he is so strict about not making partners with Allah, or having, that he says he doesn't have partners, that it is an unforgivable sin, right? So should he have, let's go back here, should he have put it this way, because that is not opening Surah Nisa ayat 80. Should he have said it like this? He who obeys the messenger thereby obeys Allah. You would say, but what are partners? Tell me. Like, are partners the ones who created, who are the creators with Allah? Or are they partners, for example, Surah Nisa also, the same ayat says, those, where is it? Shirk is unforgivable, right? Let's see how it's put. I keep forgetting. Give me a chance. Give me a chance. Anyways, you're going to kill me. Or maybe not now. Laws will change after you've seen the wives of the Prophet, that ayat I showed you. 448. 448. Surah 448. So you see, Allah could have put it like that if He wasn't that strict also about, and try to convey to you a message like this in Surah Nisa ayat 150, that they take some message, some, they say they believe in some and they don't believe in the others. 48. But since it is an unforgivable sin to have partners with Allah, associating, even like in what? In every way associating, right? Even in His attributes, equal with Him in any way. Indeed, Allah does not forgive that partners be associated with Him, but He forgives from other than that for whom He wills, and whoever associates partners with Allah, whoever associates partners with Allah, then surely he has fabricated a sin tremendous. Now the Shias at times, they would say that reading Surah, how shall I show you? So you see, just see, I'm not bringing the Shia point now, but you know, authority without authority. You see, in every way, guidance, He sent down messengers. Allah is the best of guide, the best of judge. In this prophet, you're supposed to, if you are truly believers, then you're supposed to submit to his decision when you have conflicts with full submission. So there are ways that Prophet Muhammad, like in Surah Maida at 55, waliyun, like it's singular. So Allah and the Messenger in this way, and the believers are your wali. So they are on the same level. Same level, right? Although Allah is the supreme creator, the Messenger did not create this. The believers did not create. But at this level, aren't you making partners? Aren't you associating partners with Allah on this level? Like Surah Maida and Surah Takwir ayat, Rasul Kareem. Isn't Allah Himself associating with Him? Having the same attribute as Allah? If you still, again, if you're new here, let me show you in Surah Zariyat. The only difference is it says Dhu Quwwatihi here, For Allah? Oh, let me just. God. Where is it? 58? Let me just guess. Dhu Quwwati. Indeed, Allah, He is the all provider. Right? Now, when you're born, who. Okay, your mother is feeding you, milk comes from her. But Allah is the all provider, possessor of power, the strong, Mateen, possessor of power, Dhu Quwwati. The only difference is, little bit of difference, like there in Surah Takwir ayat 20, it's Di Quwwatin, and here it's Dhu Quwwati, possessor of power. Dhu Quwwati, but this and this, you can write Di Quwwati, even like for example here in Surah Takwir, where is it? Surah Takwir. For even the Lord of the throne, the owner, isn't it the? The, see? So you can't object to here being the and there being Dhu Quwwati for Allah in Surah Zariyat ayat 58. Because even for the owner of the throne, Allah is the here, the. So, possessed of power, possessor of power, with the possessor of the throne, right? If you put possessor here, then here should be possessor. If you put owner here, owner of the throne, the, it's the same word, right? Can you not see it's the same word? And this means that Allah has a partner with him here. Please see this. The only thing is, Ismaili Quran doesn't have this ayat. It perhaps has this ayat. Let me show you. Also that, with the smileys now, helping the. Yeah, it has 19 and it has 21, but it doesn't have 20. So, the Quwwati with in Inda with doesn't have this. Ismaili Quran doesn't have this ayat. Oh, let's open it here. Okay. Yeah? Possessor of power. And the only thing is,
قوة
it's quwwatin, but it means power. And there in Surah Zariyat, ayat 58, it's dhu quwwati, but it means the same thing, power. The possessor of power with the owner, possessor of the throne, that's Allah, right? Secure. That, this doesn't matter, right? This doesn't matter. But you get me so neurotic. You know, if you're not understanding, I don't know how to come and show you. And then you'll put the blame on me. And then, indirectly try to tell me to come perhaps to religion, like creator, to come to a creator. Could he be a creator? Even if Hindus believe in Brahma being the creator, I cannot believe in the creator because I haven't seen the creator. I have evidence of a design or intelligence or whatever it is, it could all be in my mind. It could be a manifestation, but not creation, all this. I could, in the twinkling of my eye, we could lose all this. It would all be gone. Twinkling, oh, sorry, what is it called? The closing of the eye, what's it called? At the twinkling. Oh, God. Sorry, in the just the, you close your eyes for a sec or a split second, and it will all be gone. Could you say this is like, when the trumpet will be blown? Could you say this is the creation of Allah? So some spiritual person coming and telling you this is the creation of Allah, Hindu telling you Brahma was the creator. Sorry, I don't believe in that. Maybe Brahma worked hard to create this whole thing. But I'm sorry, I don't believe in that. A creator anymore. So in the, what is it called? I can bring you in the twinkling of the eye. No, it's something. Quran ayat. Let me first check this. Why am I'm forgetting the proper word. Yeah, it is. As a twinkling of the eye. Why am I getting confused here? That I'm doing something wrong, seems. Yeah, it is twinkling of the eye. And unto Allah belongeth the unseen of the heavens and the earth, and the matter of the hour is but as the twinkling of the eye, or it is nearer still and hasn't come as yet. Right? And then we have that the trumpet, this whole thing, the trumpet will be blown. And this, why a trumpet? You see, if creation was created by a trumpet, then with that, like you come from Allah, you return to Allah. Okay, you'll say, no, Allah can do anything, everything. But He has to follow a method, right? For you, the laws He's put here, like He says, okay, from me you come, or from me you come, from Allah we come, to Allah we return. So now there was never a mention of trumpet blown to create the world, and now this trumpet, with the trumpet blowing or with the sigh, let's see, trumpet, there was a, sorry, I could, because of the wrong translation of the Quran, the trumpet blowing, it will all be, what is it? Surah Yasin, ayat. What is it? The trumpet shall be sounded when, behold, from the so I can't pronounce this, sepulchres. Problem is I didn't learn this in O-levels, this word, and not even in Karachi American School. If I'd learned this word in Karachi American School, I tell you, I would be able to pronounce it maybe. Will rush forth to the Lord, and remember it, and the trumpet will be blown. Second, no, it says that we will rush, and the trumpet will, wait, and what, yeah, oh, so the trumpet, it's not that it will be the end of, like the world will finish, but that, no, so sorry, here I'm wrong, I correct myself. So with the one sigh, the world will be finished. Come to an end. Let's see this one. Asad. I don't know. No, from their graves they will. He lays up. I didn't see the whole ayat there. So how will the world come to an end? Can't find it really. Let's go to Quran Ayat Yasin. Sleeping place. Wait. Oh God. They will say, oh woe to us who has raised us up from our sleeping place. It's the problem, you see. Trumpet will be blown, where is it? 51. Surah Yasin 51. And I'm sure you're not used to this, right? You've worked it out, you felt your religious scholars, Sunni Muslim, Shia Muslim, have worked it out, your Salafi scholars have worked it out, and so we have to take it through them. You're not used to this discovering online or like that. And the horn will be blown, and at once from the graves to the Lord they will hasten. This will be the end of the world. And at the twinkling of an eye, the hour will come. That will be the end of the world? Oh, but where is that when it will be the end of the world? Oh, a blast. Further, they say, when will this promise come? Let's see. Spend. Like everything will be destroyed, but will remain the face of Allah. Like everything will end. And they say, when is this promise if you should be? So, but it doesn't say here. And they will not be able to give any, nor will they return. And the horn will be blown, and at once from the graves to the Lord they will hasten. Nervously exclaiming, alas for us, who roused us out of our sleeping place. This is what the Merciful One had promised, and what the messengers had said was true. It will not be but one blast, and at once they are all brought present before us. So today no soul will be wronged on the day of judgment. I thought it will all end. I was like, see, I assumed that when the trumpet will be blown, everything that God has created will be finished, except that we will arise from our sleeping place, graves, and stand before the Lord in the hereafter on Judgment Day. So this is what I assumed when I was a Shia reading these ayats. They and their spouses and Shia. Okay. Trumpet. Is there another ayat which says, I searched out, it's a Yasin ayat. Trumpet will be blown. Quran ayat. The trumpet will be blown, and so all who are in the heavens and all who are on the earth will fall dead, except those whom God wills to exempt. Then it will be blown for a second time, and see, they all stood upright looking on. So all in the heavens and all on the earth will fall dead, but the world will not come to an beware the day the trumpet will be blown, and all those in the heavens and all those on the earth will be horrified to the point of death. Oh, I thought it will be finished. The earth, everything will be, whatever God has created will be finished. The day the horn will be blown, and whoever is in the heavens and will be terrified, except whom Allah wills. So sorry I got this wrong. This is my fault. On this, I admit. So point was the decree will befall them for wrong they did. When they come before the judgment seat, did you reject my signs? though you comprehended them not in knowledge, or what was it you did? So I'm asking you the same. One day we shall gather together from every people a troop of those who reject our signs, and they shall be kept in ranks. Now here, see, Allah is saying, did you not understand with knowledge? Like until when they come. Now people have different knowledge, like about spirituality too. One is saying, there's a creator. One is saying there's a manifester, or I would say, or another spiritual person saying this is all light, like Peter Russell explains it, and it's all in our head, in our mind's eyes, right? So, like, which knowledge? So we'll need correct knowledge, right? Until when they come, he will say, God will say, did you deny my signs while not you encompassed? Okay, also the word encompassed is used. Them. Encompass them. What does this mean? Sahih Internet, encompassing them. Comprehending. How did you comprehend them? How did you encompass them? Then, so them in knowledge. Did you encompass? Why did you not encompass my signs in knowledge, ilm, or what to use to you used to do, or what you used to do? What did we used to do? If God asks me, Allah, Zahra, did you not encompass my signs in knowledge? I will say, no, I didn't. Because my knowledge, as far as my knowledge went about the Quran, I saw contradictions. I saw problems in Quran ayats, Allah. My logic in Surah Tahrim says this about your Prophet. And knowledge of your other ayats, Surah Maida ayat 87. So as far as my knowledge goes and how I encompass this through logic and seeing through the Quran ayat rules, no, I didn't. I didn't get it. I got the opposite, that these are false signs. Right? Surah 27, ayat 84. And your ayat, someone else needs to explain to me then. What, and tell me, why is there contradiction that I found? And now a Sunni, Salahuddin, Saudi Sunni came to me. Or a Shia comes in an indirect manner and doesn't tell me they are Shias. And if he comes here, he takes a risk. Or I don't know, maybe insensible wisdom, his own wisdom, because Shias are, with their alims, they have a kind of a foresight, someone like Ayatollah Bahjat Burjardi, or someone asked Ayatollah Bahjat about he said, you are that, remember, you did my mother's cousin was telling me, I didn't see it directly, but it's like a Chinese whispers, but maybe Ayatollah Burjardi or Ayatollah Bahjat had that spiritual knowledge of you, like told you were asking for me or something, I know your name, or like he was the Shia was, yes. So they have certain people reach that level of spirituality. They can tell. I don't have that knowledge. So there are some are Shia alims who have known who have foretold or right things, or who have seen through and can tell. Right? There are Hindus, gurus who can tell. There are fortune tellers who can tell you your future or your past. Right? So, this. So tell me, Allah, what did I miss? And why couldn't I comprehend it? And and you see, how can I now appeal to, uh, I was calling Shias, yeah, and maybe a skull Tofari or someone they came. And I'm calling the Imam. Mehdi, I called Imam Mehdi. I called appealing, like humbly. I called and very yearning for the truth. And this is the truth, right? Because, there was, maybe you'll say these people, they didn't want to know the true Imam. And so that's why this happened to them, the Baha'is. Baha'u'llah, who was so, let's see, Wikipedia. Baha'i faith. I think Baha'u'llah went in search for the Imam. He couldn't, maybe he couldn't accept that he had to see the Imam or something to explain to us, right? It's very important we find the Imam so he can explain to us the Quran ayats and for us to see the Quran properly without contradictions. Baha'i faith has the central figure, the Bab, executed for heresy, who taught that a prophet similar to Jesus and Muhammad would soon appear. Okay. Baha'u'llah claimed to be the prophet in 18 endured both exile and imprisonment, and his son Abdul Baha. But I read that he went in search for Imam Mehdi somewhere, and he didn't claim to be a prophet. I don't know. There are different stories. Baha'is writings describe a single personal, inaccessible, omniscient, omnipresent, imperishable, Almighty God who is the creator of all things in the universe. I don't believe in the creator. The existence of God and the universe are thought to be eternal and no beginning or end. Okay, I thought Bob went after trying to find, or was it who was it in the Baha'i faith? I don't know if Wikipedia is giving the right. Bab born Ali Muhammad, who was the founder of Babi faith and one of the central figures. Okay, Bab gradually progressed, revealed his claim in his extensive writings to be a manifestation of God, of a status as great as Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad. Oh, if I read you this dua benefit, right? You know that if you read this dua, you will have the status of Jesus, Moses, and Muhammad. There's a dua in my dua book, and it's you won't, even if it's online, they won't have that written. You get the status of Prophet Muhammad, all the prophets, like something like this, the dua. It's written before the dua starts. Oh my God. Shias, there's a dua. Whether dua Yastashir or Salman or another one in my book, Shia book, or dua Sabasa, or which dua was it? Dua Samat? Sorry, I can't. Or dua Hijab? You will receive dua Yastashir. You will, or maybe another, but it was like, you will be granted the status of Muhammad, Jesus, and Moses. Such great prophets. Even Rasulullah, Muhammad Mustafa. I was shocked. Thank God, God, I didn't become like Bob going around saying, I'm the manifestation of God. And I've received the state. By reading this dua, I've received, God has just now given me. I did wudu, I sat, I put a cover on my head. I was a Shia. I believed in it, that I will get the status of Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad. Oh, Salman, don't propagate this dua to common people, like, they will leave all form of the obligatory prayer too, perhaps, and only read dua yastashir. And if you read, Prophet Muhammad himself will come to you on the day of resurrection. He will, and you will be like on the some what's it called, dormitory, what's it called? Oh, I forget that. He's on that horse or some animal, and you will be on the animal, and you will meet him like this, or things like that, like something I've forgotten. Yeah, but if we got the status of a great as Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad, Shias, we have a dua. If you recite this dua, let's see if I can find it. If you recite this dua, you will get the status of Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad. I'm not lying. Shia. Wait. Shia dua. Let's see if I can find it here. No, no, not even promises you, but that you receive the status. I was like, let's read it. First time in this dua book, my aunt told me that your mother, meaning her sister, eldest sister, had bought this book. It had English translation, transliteration, and Arabic of duas, a dua book. She said, your mother gave it to me long time ago, and now I give it to you. In 1980, just I think 1987, somewhere, she gave me the book. It's your mother's book, dua book. It says light, knowledge, and what else is there? Three things. Dua is the most powerful weapon of a believer. Okay, this is Sunni or no, Shia. So you will receive. No, I can't. Sunni. Oh, forget this. No, no. I knew this. I had a feeling this didn't have that. So, like for example, do I see? Do I samat? No, I think it's most probably. But let's just check. Do I samat? Simat. Okay, somewhere it's put samat, somewhere it's put simat. Sheikh Dusi, Sahib al-Zaman, taught by Imam Muhammad bin Ali al-Baqir, Imam Jafar Sadiq. Allama Majlisi says that the pious religious scholars used to. Okay, Sheikh Qafami says that dua contains Ism Azam. Imam Muhammad, this dua, Prophet overcame his enemies. Overcame his enemies. This, no, it doesn't say it here. But this is how the dua book, that had Simat, Dua Samat, by the name of, it had a A, and in English translation, and Dua Yastashir was there, and another dua where Jibril says, by the power of this dua, I ascend and descend. And in Allah's Prophet, your God knows what he says really. It's, you know what it is? Tasbiyat Arba. It's just Subhanallahi walhamdulillahi wa la ilaha illallah wallahu akbar. That's it. Okay, let's go to Bab again. So Shias, do you, like the Iranian, they wanted to, so receiving revelations as profound as the Torah, Gospel, and Quran. Oh, Bab. This new revelation, he claimed, would release the creative energies and capacities necessary for the establishment of global unity and peace. He referred to himself by the traditional Muslim title, Bab, meaning the gate, Bab al-Ilm, Imam Ali. I'm the city, you are the gate, O Ali. Prophet Muhammad has said. Although it was apparent from the context that he intended by this term a spiritual claim very different from any which had previously, oh, Dua Yastashir, you will get treasures unknown, unseen, and not given, new treasures to you from the God, from Allah. So everyone's getting like different, gifts from Allah, treasures, unseen, unheard of. This dua, when recited, reaches the arsh, the high throne of Allah, the promised one of the world's great religions. He referred to his promised deliverer as he whom God will make manifest. Promised deliverer. The Bab was the gateway to the messianic figure whose message would be carried throughout the world. The Bab was born in Shiraz. Also my grandmother's birthplace. To a family of Sayyids of Husainid lineage, most of whom are engaged in mercantile activities in Shiraz. Yeah, so I thought he had gone in search of Imam Mahdi. The Baha'is considered him as a manifestation of God, like Adam, Abraham, Moses, Zoroaster, Krishna, the Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, and Baha'u'llah. Well, I can't say much about Muhammad. Reading the Quran. The Bab was born, Uncle went to Maktab. Sometimes, let's read this if it's not boring for you. So, in 1790s in Iraq, Sheikh Ahmad began a religious school of thought within Shiism. His followers, who became known as Sheikhis, were expecting the imminent return of divine guidance. Here it is, through the appearance of the Mahdi, the 12th Imam, the hidden Imam, or a deputy of the hidden Imam. He took a less, it's this Sheikh Ahmad. So he took a less literalist approach to Islamic teachings, for example, teaching that the material body of Muhammad did not ascend during the Mi'raj. But who was the one who, no, even not him, attended lectures? He was the one who wanted to see Imam Mahdi. And he met the Bab. I was told by my aunt that even some Shia religious scholars of high ranking may go against Imam Mahdi when he comes. Like he'll say, take an axe and break the tomb of Imam Hussein. So you have to have that much faith in Imam Mahdi and know him well to have take the axe, break the tomb, you say, of Imam Hussein, his great 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 grandfather. One of these followers, Mullah Hussein, after keeping vigil for 40 days in a mosque, traveled to Shiraz where he met the Bab. Very taciturn, and he would never utter a word unless it was absolutely necessary, the Bab. Gentle, precautious, or gifted with great intelligence. One of his contemporary followers described him as very taciturn, and he would never utter a word unless it was absolutely necessary. He did not even answer our questions. He was constantly absorbed in his own thoughts and was preoccupied with repetition of his prayers and verses. He is described as a handsome man with a thin beard, dressed in clean clothes, wearing a green shawl and a black turban. Mild and. So, what did they do? The Iranians, Shias, imprisoned him first. Oh, he claimed to be the Qaim, Imam Mahdi, and wrote to Sharif of Makkah, the custodian of the. Imagine Prophet Muhammad when he came first and wrote to the Persian king and the Byzantine Roman kings, you know, who would believe him? So when your own Shias cannot believe this, when your own Muslims, even forget the Muslims of Sharif of Kaaba, who was he, a Shia at that time? The custodian of the Kaaba, proclaiming his mission after the pilgrimage, the Bab and the Qudus returned to Bushehr, where they, okay. Now Imam Jumi of Shiraz, Hussein Khan, tortured Qudus and summoned his Bab to Shiraz. Bab was placed under house arrest at the home of his uncle. One release. Shias have tortured him to death. Trial in Tabriz. Sharik to Tabriz, face trial. Who is this? Sheikh al-Islam, a champion of the anti-Babist campaign, issued a conditional death sentence if Bab was found to be sane. A fatwa was issued establishing the Bab's apostasy and stated the repentance of an incorrigible apostate is not accepted. And the only thing which has caused the postponement of thy execution is a doubt as to thy sanity of mind, like mine. So the Crown Prince's physician, William Cormack, examined the Bab and complied with the government's request to find grounds for clemency, whipping 20 lashes to the bottoms of his feet. Foot suffer, whipping. Then Edward Granville Brown received copies of trial documents. So are these the Christian crusaders trying to save him, and then you say that, oh, they are enemies of Islam? Early writings, the Bab appears to identify himself as the gate, a reference to the four debutees of the hidden Imam, the last of whom went into occultation in he's like one of the debutees. His early writings, the nature of Bab. This makes me mistrust the 12 Shias. The nature of the Bab's different claims and how they were understood. His early writings prior to his exile. Oh, the first major work of Bab identifies its author as a messenger of God in the line of Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, and those who had preceded them. This commentary addressed. What a execution. In mid 1850, a Prime Minister, Amir Kabir, ordered the execution of Bab, probably because of various Babi insurrections defeats, and because the movement's popularity appeared to be waning. The Bab was brought back to Tabriz from Tehrik for an execution by firing squad. So the Iranian Shias did kill him, right? Tabriz. Oh my God. New interpretations. So thank God, Zahra, that the benefits of dua this year, if you had got, I mean, the Sunnis after us, Shias, can you think, if the Shia can do this to Bob, then can I be surprised? If I'd read dua year and had like unseen gifts, unheard gifts, it doesn't say here, but in my book it says, right? Some, like, for example, if unseen, unheard gifts, and it become like the Bab. Status of Prophet Muhammad, dormitory, what is it called? The Prophet Muhammad will come on a dome, what is it called? How do you spell it? Dormitory. I'm telling, hello, Amma, Prophet Muhammad and I, like he said, you and I are on the same level. But of course, females can't in Islam. That's why I didn't get something like Bob. Because it says, just believe in this, you just read the dua and you'll get it with a clean heart. And I believe in it. It's like, oh my God, miraculous God. Dromedary, right? Okay, I have to take a break. It's too much for me now to see this. What Bob, they did to Bob. Okay, I have to go now. Sorry, I just have to. Sorry, I have to. Go very abruptly. God bless you. I wish you the best.